Hey everyone, it's Sherry from Trail Runner's Journey, and it's a TRJ live show, episode 53. We're doing a race review, Crazy Muley Ultra, Prairie Sand, Big Grit. We are live. All right, hey everyone, glad to see everyone here. And yeah, I'm going to go over to Instagram, make sure things are happening there. Let's see. Let's see. Well, things aren't happening there quite yet, but I'm going to go over to Facebook, make sure things are happening there. Hang on. I'm going to see what's happening on Instagram. We are live. I'm hoping we're live. Are we live? Yeah, we're live. We're live. So for some reason, Instagram's not playing. Oh, yep. There I am. I'm live on Facebook. I'm live on YouTube, but Instagram's not playing nice, and I don't know why. Oh, well, we're going to roll with it here. So I hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, so today's show is about race review and Crazy Muley Ultra. It is in Edgerton, Alberta, and I ran the race this weekend, and it was amazing. If you haven't been to this race, you really need to do that. So what I'm going to say is, for any ultras or any races, particularly with this, is you want to make sure it's really good to test out different terrains, because here's the thing about a trail race is that it's you against the terrain. Totally. It's you against the terrain. Unless you're in the top maybe 1% that you're going for podium, it's you against the terrain. So however you manage that terrain is up to you. And the thing with trail running, and particularly ultras, it is what the terrain demands. That terrain can demand you run, walk, hike, crawl, post hole, rappel, climb, boulder. You could be swimming across a stream or wading across a stream for all you know. So it's the demands of the terrain. And I hear and I see in forums of people saying, well, if you didn't run the thing, you can't say you ran it. That needs to stop. And because the thing is, this isn't a road race. And by the way, even in road races, 99% of the people walk at some point in time. So this is you are running. Run is a wide definition. And be proud of yourself that particularly you're in this type of race. You are not sitting on the couch and you're doing it. That's the whole deal. So even if you walked, ran, post hole, climbed, whatever it was, did you run the race? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Oh, and by the way, think of an election. They say they ran in an election. I don't see anybody out there with a bib on and running shoes and actually physically running. So let's expand that division. You ran the race. So let's get back to it. Okay, Crazy Muley Ultra. It is in Edgerton, Alberta. Shane Mascarin is the race director. Actually, he developed the course, and I'm going to talk about Shane in a little bit here. But what's about Crazy Muley? Well, number one, it's in the prairies. And if anybody thinks, oh yeah, it's in the prairies, it's flat. Nope. Saskatchewan. I'm from Saskatchewan, and I often hear, oh, that's flatland countries. Have you ever heard of Cypress Hills? Cypress Hills has a higher elevation than Banff. So when you look at it, the whole province isn't the same. And this is in Edgerton, Alberta. There's the sand dunes out there. And yeah, they are serious sand dunes out there. So it's a challenge. And for anybody who's getting into trail running and want to try something different, try different things. See what's your jam. And this prairie race, don't be fooled by it. There's a 50K distance, and that's called the buck. And there is the fawn distance, which is 25K-ish. Ish. It's heavy on the ish. Trust me. Very heavy on the ish. Very, very heavy on the ish. Very heavy on the ish. So what about this race? Well, number one, I'm going to show you the swag, because I don't care who you are. We all look at this flag. And for me, I've got many, many t-shirts, and I have over 20 hoodies. But when I see this guy, yeah, look at this. Uh-huh. Who wouldn't want this in their collection? Like, seriously, who wouldn't want this? This is a fabulous hoodie. And look at this. It's got a zipper. So it's a jacket. I have the green version, I have the black version, and now I have the blue version. And this is one of my favorite hoodies. Yeah, my green version has been with me all over the place. And it's been an intercontinental. So swag is amazing. Swag is definitely amazing. And yes, I actually did run. There's my race bib, number 147 in the fawn. And I took the fawn, I took the 27K because you know what? I was nowhere near trained. Nowhere near trained where I wanted to be, but I had a pleasant surprise. So why you want to look at a smaller race? This is a small grassroots race. Well, here's some of the things that I really like about it. It is all the running, all the volunteers are great. Not to say they aren't with all races, but you know what? The volunteers are great. Everyone's friendly. It's a friendly vibe. You can meet a new friend here. A lot of us met friends we haven't seen each other in a while. So it's a really good nucleus there. And you know what I really like? Parking a block from the finish line, block from the start finish line. Yeah, right there. My truck is there. Great. Wonderful. I'm less than a block away. Can you do that at Boston? Nah. Can you do it some of these races? No, you can't. But a smaller race, yeah, you can. I'm parked a block away. Love it. Love it. Love it. And the nice thing about Crazy Muley, I get big sky, big prairie sky. And you know what? I don't have to climb a mountain. I don't have to climb a mountain to get there. And for me, that appeals to me. Was it a challenge? Oh my God, yeah. It's a challenge. Don't underestimate. Do not underestimate at all. And the one thing I am going to say is one of the best pieces of equipment for you to have, gaiters. Gaiters. Now these gaiters, there's different styles of gaiters. I like this gaiter because this actually goes above my ankles. This goes up my legs. And I'm going to show you pictures. We got a picture show. I'm going to show you pictures from the race. You'll see why I like this type of gaiter, that it goes above my ankle. You'll see why. And I was asked before the race, would I lube my feet? You'll see the sand. We're not talking just a little bit. We're talking heaps of sand in here. And actually, my friend Brenda, no word of a lie, dumped out about 3/4 of a cup of sand from each of her shoes. Yeah, you're going to see the sand in a minute. So what to prepare for in this race? Sand. I can't say. You're in sand, a lot of it. Heat. If it's a hot day, it is exposed. It's exposed. So prepare for heat. Luckily, it was a cool day. There was no rain, so it can rain. I've been in the pouring rain on this course. If it's pouring rain or if it had rain, the sand is more firm that you can get a grip when you're running with it on it. No, you'll see. You'll see. And also prepare for wind. This is the prairies. And when that wind whips across the prairies, there's nothing to stop it. And when we started on race day, winds of about 25 kilometers, gusts to 70 kilometers an hour, or I would say they're probably up to 100 kilometers an hour. So that's 60 miles an hour. So those winds were strong and they were miserable. Not going to lie about that one. Not going to lie. So let's look at some things to prepare for. So I'm going to share my screen here. I am going to share my screen. We're going to look at some pictures. And first of all, I am going to show you this guy right here. This is a tip. I run in toe socks. I love toe socks. And the brand I really like is this one here. It's from Amazon. But can anybody spot what's happening here? Give you a hint. When I started dressing in the morning, I dressed in my race kit. And when I packed, I just, 2 blue and black socks into my bag. Well, I actually have 2 pairs of these. I ended up with 2 right feet. I ended up with 2 right feet. Thank you to my friend Brenda. This one's inside out. This one I ran inside out. Does it work? Yes, it sure does. So if you're running in toe socks, and if you happen to realize that you've got 2 right, 2 of the same foot, turn it inside out. your race is saved. You can go trot on and have fun. So here we go. Here's some pictures. There is who won the race. This is James Dalk. He is of Attitude Over Altitude. Him and Jaden and Jody, they're the three. He won the race. And let me give you a little hint about his time. My time was 5.5 hours, and I think he finished ahead of me, and he was running the 50K. He's a fast dude. He's a very fast dude. Heck of a nice guy. He's one of my besties. Really, really nice guy. You get a chance to know him, get to know him. And of course, as I said, you meet your old friends and some strange individuals. So yeah, we used to run together. And so, yeah, we were there. So you meet all sorts of people on smaller races like this. Okay, here's what it looks like before you get to the dunes. So it's pretty flat. It's pretty runnable. So there's lots of runnable sections in this until I just climbed up that thing. Okay, that's the first part of the dunes, and it's climbing. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Is pretty much like that. That's up a steep, and it's you're sinking in sand. You're sinking in sand. The sand moves. Sometimes it feels like you're sliding down backwards. That's part of the game. That's part of the game with this. And this picture is showing exactly. Notice right here on my foot, that's the top of my gator showing through. And that's why I like gaiters that come up my leg is my feet were sunk in this running downhill. Oh, and I have to say, running downhill in sand is hellish fun. It is so amazing. It is, you get a little bit of slide going. It's fun, but this is why I'm saying absolutely for gators. If not, you're dumping your feet, you're dumping your shoes repeatedly. And at the very least, do lace your shoes so they are snug around your ankle, because yeah, you're sinking and you're getting a lot of sand, a lot of time in the sand. Okay. So here we go. There's some break from sand dunes. There's a sand, there's the water. And this course is actually quite well marked. I felt sorry for the penguin flags in the 70-kilometer-an-hour wind because they did get dislodged, but you've got these arrows that it's a very well marked course, both the 25-ish K and the 50K. So not only that, well, somebody lost a shoe. Did anybody lose a shoe out there? I found a shoe on the road or on the course. So if it's yours, it's out there. And there is a break. You do have some stuff like this. Now, this is actually a cow pasture. So rule of this game is pick up your feet. Yes, there are roots. There's stuff that you could actually trip on. So pick up your feet. And there is, as I say, there's runnable sections of this course. This is on the 25. This is the combined 25 and 50K. So there's runnable sections. So you can gain time for sure. For sure. But it's in the dunes of where that's a slowdown. I don't care who you are. That's a slowdown in the dunes. But check out this. Keep chafing your dreams. Isn't that the best sign ever? Like, the course marshals are fantastic. They're happy to see you. They're encouraging. And when you get a sign like that, how could you not love it? Come on, keep chafing your dreams. And that's true. Keep chafing your dreams. Oh, and by the way, lube. Absolutely. If you chafe in the thighs, you chafe anywhere else, do put lube on. That really, really helps. Now, unfortunately, if you're in sand like this, do be aware that sand can actually get into that lube and you can be wearing sandpaper. As I say, that those winds coming up, it was brutal. And I'm going to go back here. In this, the wind coming up, I'm still picking sand out of my eyes, off my face. I think every pore in my body had sand on it. And the 50K was even worse. And my friend Brenda showed me what the 50K looked like. And I'm like, oh, that looks like Marathon des Sables. And sure enough, yeah. And if you have any inclination to go run Marathon des Sables, I suggest running the 50K and Crazy Muley first to see if you actually like being in that much sand. This is such a fun course. If you haven't been here, you really need to come. Of course, there's always carnage on the trail. That's my friend Larissa. She decided to have a lay down beside a skeleton. We don't know what it was, but yeah, there's always carnage on the trail. here I'm going to show you what the real hazard of this course is. It's a train. We crossed the tracks a couple of times, and Prairie trains aren't necessarily short. We had to wait for the train to cross, because across this, we were coming into town. And yeah, so there it is, finished 5.5 hours later. That buckle is pretty sweet, pretty darn sweet. And it was a hard grind. I will be honest, it was a hard grind. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm back to the stage. So here's what this buckle looks like. It's a non-wearable buckle, but it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous thing. Now, will I go back to Crazy Muley? Of course. Yeah, I'm going back next year. Who's coming with me? And would I run the 50K? Yeah, I'd run the 50K. We'll see how I am next year. But I will say the 25K, there is both 50 and 25K start off. You have the same course until you hit the aid station, 16K in. So off the 16K, 50Ks, you go for more dunes. You go for a lot more dunes out there. 25K, you've got about a 10K of row. I'm going to say quad track. You're kind of through a pasture area. It's a grind, especially when you have a 70-kilometer-plus-hour headwind. It's a real grind back there to get it. And I was never so glad to see a gravel road. My friend Brenda also said that. I was never so glad to see a gravel road in my life. So it's tough. It's not an easy race, but is it worth it? Absolutely. And I'm going to share my screen again because I got somebody to show you. And it's the race director. This is an OG group out there, the friends that we used to run together. This fellow right here, this is his baby. He invented this course. This is his dog Lassa. Shane is a very well-experienced mountain runner. He's a very well-experienced ultra runner. He's also an Ironman triathlete. Shane is going into Western States this year, so send him all the good vibes for Western States. And Shane's also an advocate for men's mental health, so he's a heck of a great guy. And if any reason to run this race, come run it to see Shane. He is absolutely amazing. He's an amazing human individual. He's wonderful. And yeah, let's give him a lot of good vibes for Western States coming up. So race directors, I have a question for you. Do you want me to have a spotlight on your race? Drop race in the comments below, and I will be happy to spotlight your race, especially if I've ran it. And would I stay for Crazy Muley? Is it worth the drive to Edgerton to go? Absolutely. Now, in Edgerton, it's a tiny little community, so you staying overnight in Wainwright is probably the best bet. We just stayed at the Days Inn. Fantastic. It was fantastic. And I would say it's definitely one to put in. Now, if you try a race and you look and go, never again, that's fine. That's okay too. But definitely this is one to try. This is one to, this is actually one you could power hike. I power hiked the race, and it ended up that my time was actually equivalent to when I ran it 2 years ago. So yeah, it is one you could power hike. It's one you could do with a couple of people type thing. You can do it as a group. And yes, it is dog friendly, so you can bring your dog. Forewarned is that you're probably washing your dog pretty quickly afterwards, because it is full of sand, totally full of sand. So what's another race to look out for, particularly if in the Alberta area? Well, there's two coming up, and these are in the fall on October 4th. If you're looking for a race, the race director was at Crazy Muley. She's a fabulous person. It is the Iron Horse Ultra 100. Now, this is a 100-miler, 100-kilometer, and you can have teams in both. So this is one to put on a bucket list. It's done in the fall. Beautiful colors. The only variant about this one is what the weather can be like. This is in St. Paul, Alberta. Fabulous race. And they're doing a new race this year, Elk Point. The Elk Point 60K solo run. It is around Elk Point. It's actually on the part of the trail, part of the race that the 100Ks don't get to see. So this is a standalone race. This is another one to look at. So there's a couple to put into your bucket list. Also, Black Lung Ultra. It's, I believe, in September. It is in Nordig. So that's one to put on your list if you want to get to some smaller grassroots races and just to have something different. Now, for snacks, what you eating? I ended up on course watermelon chips. There was candy there. There was hammer gels. Great aid station, and it was satisfying. It really was, coming out of the dunes and having the aid station. It's totally satisfying. Now, on your regular training days, if you're looking for protein-powered snacks, drop Munchie in the comments below. I've got 60 of them for you. I will send that your way. So drop Munchie in the comments for 60 protein power-packed snacks. Now, what's the next race to go into? Next weekend is Survivor Fest here in Edmonton. I won't be in the race, but give vibes to everybody who is. That's a tough race, that one. So yeah, Crazy Muley Ultra, Edgerton, Alberta. I hope to see you there next year. It was actually really fantastic finding people that we follow each other on Facebook and they were there, or on Instagram. So Crazy Muley Ultra next year in the sand dunes. Well worth the drive to Edgerton, Alberta to run in it. You're in sand. Be like a kid. You're in the sandbox. It's time. That's what this race is all about. It's a sandbox race to go play in the sandbox and get as dirty as you want to be, because what else are you there to do in sand? So until next week, have fun. Get out there, get some trail time in, volunteer at a race. If there's one in your area, volunteers, we love you. I volunteer at races. You're an important part of the race. So get out, get some volunteer time in, and we shall see you next week. I will be reviewing Eddie's Big Run from Edgerton, Alberta for next week. So let me know if there's a race you want me to review for you. I'll do it. So until next week, have fun and have a good day. See ya.